Far side solar activity. Far side solar activity. That's right. Snap, crackle, pop. We're getting some backside action from the sun. As right now, it has one sunspot facing Earth, but some of the other sunspots around it are active as I speak. And that ain't the only thing that is active tonight or this morning. The starving mat, as is usually the case with tropical systems, expect rain to come and go in waves. Now, this is a pretty big monster storm, and it has spun up some tornadoes and definitely caused a lot of flooding trouble. And hey, guess what? All of the excitement, as far as active weather goes, is not over. Oh, yeah, and remember when I told y'all that my Jedi feeling for the next tropical storm, depression, possible hurricane activity would probably come around the 2nd of July? Well, I'm going to give to you some tropical storm activity, this of the rolling off of Africa variety. Now, it'll be coming up here in a bit. We'll watch down here, and then the 12Z GFS model run will spin up a wave that starts to head towards Puerto Rico, the Caribbean islands. And so that would be around the July 2nd, July 4th. It's definitely something to watch out for. And other model runs have hinted of one that'll come from the CAG area. But just a friendly reminder, we are in hurricane season. And it is going to be floody, buddy. You know, over the next week, definitely. Look at all the red on the map. That equals more than 3 to 5 inches of rain. That's a lot of spots with rain. And if my calculations are correct, with Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, things will stay floody pretty much through July. And then Jupiter will retrograde back into Aquarius, hanging out with Saturn. And then we have the summer solstice in like 12 hours, and Mercury will go direct on the 22nd. So expect a lot of energetic, vibrational, planetary energy shifts. And now let's talk about all the red barred energetic atmosphere action. We got these areas to watch for today, which will be Happy Father's Day, Sunday the 20th. And then after that, the Monday, you get a giant swath of severe weather that'll peak up into Canada. And then the day after tomorrow, you'll get another giant swath of severe weather areas. But look at all the rain down here. And then look at all the rain down here. And then look at all the rain down here. So floods are coming. And Eureka, records were broken in Eureka, Nevada, yesterday. And a lot of records were tied, especially in Death Valley. Chillin, 125, Temp tied, Palm Springs tied, Vegas tied at 114. That's why everybody probably stayed inside in the casinos. That's hot weather. Merry Christmas is only 188 days away. And I definitely believe in divine architecture. The fact that, you know, how Earth is and the sun is and the moon is and everything is, like, there had to be some type of divine source that put it all together. That's my opinion. I'm not forcing it upon you. I'm just saying it's something that I always think about in specific times like this one, when we're hitting the summer solstice. It's just how our giant planet just magically spins around the sun and tilts, giving us seasons. But knowing that one side of America is dealing with incredible heat and one side will be dealing with incredible floods, you got to know the West Coast is going to be in for some nasty wildfire season outbreaks. And I definitely think this will be the worst wildfire season we will have seen in my lifetime. And I think there's a possibility of a surprise volcano eruption. You had a rural landslide in Tuscaloosa due to flooding. This video is from Moises Carrusco, brought to us by James Spann. But without a doubt, these storm systems have been impressive and will continue to stay impressive. Are you not entertained? What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Said Tina Turner. I think love's a first-hand emotion. Oh, look, central Iowa fog. I think, or is that pink? Multiple places saw quite a bit of action today. The storm system has had definitely dang son moments and will continue to have Louise moments, I guess. And so we're back into the pattern of things exploding late at night and when stuff cools down. Check it out now. Like I said, you've got a tropical storm that hit down here, and then you had a tropical storm that hit up here. Actually named Claudette a tropical storm after landfall, which was interesting, but sometimes storms can get stronger once they make landfall. It's called the Brown effect. I don't know if that exactly qualifies in this instance, but you can see that we've got one form of action, one form of action, one form of action, one form of action, and this action has a tail. And a lot of people have gotten in on the wild ride. We're talking severe storm from Wisconsin to Ohio, dropped large hail and heavy rain in the past 2 days. Talk about flash flooding and damage. The 12Z GFS looked like it took a big whiff of crack. I don't know, is that what people on crack, did they start to see multiple waves and models? This would be 1 wave, 2 waves, 3 waves possible, and then wave. But, I don't know. Hopefully atmospheric defense team can continue to kick ass, but we definitely need to be on our own personal red alert, high alert. It's hurricane season. And has life been calming down any since the year 2000? I would say no. Talking about the flat fire is sparked out in Utah during the day yesterday. Lightning is said to be blamed for this as it continues to be fought by fire crews. And shout out to all fathers out there. My dad passed away in 2006. He was in the Air Force. My stepdad passed away in 2018. He was in the Air Force. And my grandfathers and my papa passed away a couple decades ago. Anyway, shout out to all the fathers out there, and shout out to all the firefighters. You guys are going to have one heck of a year ahead of you. And bonus points to all the dads who took their kids to see the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds. I got to see them multiple times. They're really cool, man. I highly recommend it. Tropical storm Dolores making landfall near Michoacan and Jalisco near Guanajuato and Oaxaca. All right. I was really making an effort there. Hidalgo. That one's easy. But yeah, the whole dang squad be watching the waves, I said. And Claudette is going to be pretty potent all the way out. Yeah. Hey, guess what? In news, streams of lava erupted from Europe's most active volcano, Mount Etna. We have been looking out for our next big volcano eruption around Earth. We have not had any surprise eruptions, so our volcano advent calendar for June, the calendar door remains closed, but we still have 10 more days left to go. So we'll have to check it out and stay tuned. Willow fire. Hey, man. Models yet again are hinting at potential for another major record-breaking heat wave in late June across California and much of the West Coast. This further exacerbates drought and fire danger across the region. So, what is that blue spot there? But that's where the aliens are chilling. Oh, and we should be talking more about UFOs since it is June and they're supposed to do the big disclosure thing. And I could talk about how, am I part of the Valiant Thor family that came from Venus? Maybe. Definitely maybe. As far as I know, no one died in the storm, so I can ask, why do tornadoes always hit trailer parks? Why do tornadoes always hit trailer parks? Not always, but they seem to, search them out. Happy super duper Juneteenth. Freedom is wonderful. I'm glad I have the freedom to be your planetary defense commander and sometimes look out a boob window. Vladimir Putin just won a contest for who could look the most serious out of the United Nations Council. Good job, Vlad. But hey, I'm proud of everybody for not letting the world break down into mutually assured destruction. So as a kid growing up with Air Force dad and stepdad, in my early teen years, they were talking to me about mutually assured destruction, World War III, stuff like that. And so it's an interesting road on how I got to become your planetary defense commander. But hey, definitely smoke them if you got them. It is taking a lot of weaved miracles for us to keep it all together. And let us hope that continues. And I do think it will, because God is great. Is Europe going to get hit with heavy rains? I don't know. We'll see. One says yes, one says no. All right, super duper shout out to Mikey T. He's going into surgery tomorrow. Say a prayer for him if you can, and say a prayer for all people out there who need a little bit of extra help during these crazy days we are all going through. And I will talk to y'all in the near future. My night shift has just begun. God bless everyone. Stay cool.